Right, good morning sports fans. Actually, if you're a sports fan, you're probably in the wrong place. Nevertheless, good morning and welcome back. Today we are out with the springtime cultivator, doing a bit of scratching. Scratching, is that a word? Scratching. We're just sort of running over the stubbles with this tine cultivator in the hope that it will make any grain that came out the back of the combine grow. And then obviously we'll spray it off in a week or so. You might be able to see in the background, Craig's in here hedge trimming as well. We're attacking it with all the horsepower we can. If anyone watched the video of us bringing in the oak straw, you would have seen this machine there. A bit bumpy on the headland. It's quite a nice fast job. The faster you travel, the better job you do, because the trash will sort of go through the tines a bit better. Got a couple of grassy patches where likes to drag up a load of grass. It's Craig in the Massey with the hedge trimmer. He's just doing his floor cut. He's done the hedge, as you can see. He's going around tidying up the floor. Got the old auto steer working nicely. And coming up, turn around here. Here is the machine in all her glory. I spent some time yesterday putting some new points on some of the feet. Because a lot of them were knackered and some of the legs had started to wear. So that there's a new point, for example, but you see they've worn a bit already, all shone up. This is a bit of an issue. These wheels like to plug stuff up because they're so close to the tine. I've got to try and sort that out in a minute. I've decluttered all the bits. What I try and do is on the ends when I stop, the machine sort of shakes when you're picking it up the ground and you drop all the little bits. So when you do your ends and your headlands, like this long straight run here, I'll drag all the rubbish to one end and then leave it in a gateway or something to rot down. But don't really want it all in the middle of the field because it'll block the spray. So. Carry on. I did give the tractor a bit of a wash yesterday. Not looking too bad. So as you can see, when you're running along a little bit of speed, so we're doing 9.5k, all the trash just seems to flow through nicely. You know, hit a tram line and do a bit of a bump. We are missing a couple times, but not enough to worry about or anything for what we're doing. Well, the rain has arrived. They said thunderstorms today, so I guess rain was to be expected. But a little bit sooner than we thought. What I try and do is start right up against the margin, get on my line, pressing the auto button. Oh, look at that. Click the linkage down to its preset height. I've just got it so the very tips of the points go in, but they look like they're doing a lot of work, but they're not doing too much. And obviously we're going at a bit of an angle, so the field's drilled that way, we're going this way. Try and incorporate a bit of it. It's all organic material. The only problem with the field is we've got some quite deep tram lines like that one. You just got to hang on, whoa, to your seat. Keep an eye on the machine. There's a little grassy bit around that science station. Just blokes dragging the grass, but we'll leave it on the top headland. Yeah. Right, we are cracking all through it. We've done 2.5 hectares, so what's that? 2, 5, 6 and a bit acres. I think this is about a 6.5 hectare field, so a little bit to go yet. I just adjusted the depth slightly of the machine because we were dragging a bit too much rubbish up. So I've raised it a little bit. Of course I can't see my screen now. Just raised it up a little bit so we really are just scratching the very top. And I also tried going a gear faster so that everything just flows through a bit quicker, doesn't get the time to snag up. That seems to work as well, so good couple of adjustments made. The only downside with this field is some of the tram lines are really deep from fertilising and spraying last year, and you go over them at speed, you know about it. Like that one. Oh. I'll do a few more lines and then go and have a bite to eat, and then me and Craig are going off to a dealership this afternoon to look at a couple of new pieces of kit. So that'll be exciting. I don't know whether I'll take my camera with me or not. But, we'll have a look-see. Right, I'm just going to head in and have a bit of dinner before we go machinery shopping. We've done a fair bit of the field, as you can see. Got shorter and shorter work to go. Done the biggest part of the field. You can see here where I changed the depth, so that was slightly deeper than it was there. Just lifted it up a bit because I felt it was going a bit too deep. It was a lot heavier to fold up as well. All the mud that's on it. But we'll get back to this either later on or tomorrow. Right guys, it's the next day. We went off to look at some machinery yesterday afternoon, and I didn't get back to doing this job. It's another mucky morning in Devon. See, it's a bit drizzly, a bit damp in the air. So just out and about scratching. I finished the field that you guys saw me in yesterday. See, the tractor's got a bit of mud on his tyres. He's done a good job though, so it's working well. The only thing I have had is on the ends where I picked the machine up, any straw that's stuck to the machine is all balled up, so I've dragged it all to one end. I have to come back with a handler and grab it and put it on the mucky or something to get rid of it. So I need to go through this gateway now, and of course the machine's about 2 inches wider than the gateway, so I have to fold one of the wings up and drive through. But you can see the fields are fairly green. It's just the bits that aren't, we just want to scratch about, and doesn't take very long to run over it all quick. This one hasn't got as much trash in it, so it should be a bit easier to do. And there she is, purring away. We'll fold up one of the wings and carry on for a bit. Right, so this is the only problem I'm having at the minute. Dragging up big piles of stuff, but I'm dragging them all to one end of the field, so we can come in with a handler and pick all that up later on. I finished in this one. You see it works a bit better on the headlands than here, where you sort of go over it twice. I'm sure if we went over it 2 or 3 times with this machine, you'd be able to drill into it, but still got to spray it off, so got to fold up the wings now. Those wings were heavy enough to start with, and now with however much mud on them, they're even heavier. But the weather's sort of clearing up, still a bit drizzly. We're going to head down to the next field. It's quite a big field, so I will endeavour to get the drone in the air. Right, we are now in the penultimate field. This one's called Peckersford. It's the second biggest one we got. Phil's also in hedge trimming, so I might chuck the drone up a minute, get a bit of hedge trimming and scuffling action. But it's doing alright. It's quite a steep bank in this field. Doesn't really show on camera very well, but it's doing a very good job, the scratcher. One thing I will do in a minute is just go over the tram lines before I get to the next set, because some of them were quite deep in this field and pulls the tractor off its curve.
I've been dreaming so much lately about your face when you're smiling. It's the only thing that saves me. Hey, I don't know if I told you that I think you're beautiful, and how I can't wait to hold you. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down, and I don't know what I would do without you. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down. Hey, now look into other, and it feels like I'm on cloud nine. I don't wanna be without you. This is something that I know for sure. It's just something about you. I just want more. Tell me what you wanna do right now. Tell me what you wanna do tonight. I really don't care as long as I'm with you. Hey, now look into my eyes. You can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now everything's alright. We've been longing for each other, and it feels like I'm on cloud nine. Look into my eyes, you can use them as a mirror. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now look into my eyes, you can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now everything's alright. We've been longing for each other, and it feels like I'm on cloud nine. Falling down and I don't know how I would do without you. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down, and I don't know how I would do without you. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down. Yeah, it feels like I'm on cloud nine.
Still doing some hedges. It's awkward to trim that hedge there because you can't get at it because of the field drain. I'm just going up and down a tram line here. I go up and down on both ways, and that sort of levels them out a bit. Put that in. And it just means when I go across them at an angle, I don't get pulled into the tram line and off the auto steer mark. See, it works it one way, works it again the other way, just leaves it nice and level so we can travel across it. The trick with this job is just to go as fast as you can. The faster you can go, the better. If I swap my screens here, you can have a look. Doing about a 12k, so I'm going a gear slower uphill, go a gear faster downhill, and running about between 4 and 5% wheel slip. I did toy the idea of putting the front weight on, but decided it was a bit overkill for this job. See there, it's just displacing some of the soil into the tram lines. Obviously they're a bit lower. Levelling them off a bit. You see the angle there that we're actually going at on the auto steer to the way the crop was drilled. Right folks, we are on the last field. Should be one of the easiest ones because it's nearly square and it's not very big. So, I'll just go around the tram lines quick. You would have seen on the drone footage just now that I was going along the bottom of the field a few times over the same bit back and forth. Bottom of that field flooded in the winter and it is so rough down there. I was just banging my head around on turning around on the end, so I thought, sod it, I will smooth it all over. So I spent the time and did that, and that made it a lot better. Good to get this done, and then next week I'm on a first aid course, 3 days. I'll try and spray the stubble field that we haven't cultivated because there's a lot of grass in that. I'll try and spray that on Monday. And a couple of the bad patches of the other fields that I'm doing, and then I'll spray all these other ones in a week, 10 days or so when they green up a bit. Guys, you can have a different perspective for the last little bit. We're nearly done. Just a few more runs up and down this field. This is by far the cleanest field. Only a couple of little bits of weed in it. So hopefully this will get a good kill again when we spray it off, and a good crop of oats for next year in it. A rough bit just here. What I try and do is keep going and then pick it up so that it will leave any trash on the grass margin so that it's not in the way of anything. Rough. I reckon if we had a disc drill or something with discs on the front, we'd be able to drill straight into this, spray it off, drill into it, save the time ploughing. We were hoping to demo a sky drill. We still might, but that'll be on the off ground where we're drilling barley. That won't be here. Right, people, we are done. As soon as I said it was going to be a nice evening and the sun had come out, it rained, so that's always good. Just got to fold up this thing for one last time, and then we'll head back to the yard. Right, it's my weekend off, also my birthday weekend, although you would have, well, you're on Wednesday now I think, so my birthday's already been. We're on a first aid course next week, me and John, so we're going to try and weigh the platform cows that are in this field next to us next week on Monday. So we're tied up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on first aid course. So hopefully I'll do a bit of spraying Monday afternoon. I wish this would shut up. And then before long we'll be spraying all the stubbles again to get them ready for drilling. There's also a hedge trimming to do. Plenty of other jobs to be getting on with, so there'll be no shortage of stuff to film for you guys. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out loads. If you haven't already, then please do subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to buy any J&M Farming merch, a hat, a shirt, a hoodie, a beanie, then you can send me a message on one of my socials and I'll get back to you. They'll be on the bottom of the screen now. We're very close to 2,000 followers on Instagram, so that'll be cool to get there soon. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next video very soon. Cheerio.